Craig's stuff. Craig's stuff. Craig's got a lot of stuff. Yeah. Craig's stuff. Craig's stuff. Craig's got a lot of stuff. Hey everybody, and welcome to another episode of Craig's Stuff. My name is Craig, and today we are doing something very, very special. But before we get into that, I just want to say that I haven't posted a video now in about a month. I was just taking a little hiatus from posting videos. I know I only post once a week, but I was just taking my little hiatus. I wanted to finish up school, and I wanted to totally focus on doing that. But now we're back, and now it's time to get back to doing some reviews. So today, like I said, we're doing something extremely special. First off, I want to say a big thanks to my friend Eric over at Adventures in Collecting. This would not have been possible without him. So thank you, Eric, so much for making this possible. So today we're doing, like I said, something super special. We're taking a look at the prototype for the Plunderstrong. Holy crap, look at this. This is the prototype for an action figure. I'm literally holding an unreleased toy. I'm one of the very few people now who've gotten to hold this action figure. So I also want to just say a quick thanks to the folks over at Plunderlings for allowing me to do a preview review of this this very cool figure that I'm very excited for. I have already backed, I placed my pledge for the Kickstarter about 2 months ago at least now, or I'm not sure how long ago the Kickstarter finished, but I'm getting a few of these guys, so I'm very excited about it. And this figure is super cool. I already played around with it a little bit, but now I think it's time we take a closer look at this big boy. Woo! Alrighty, so here's our boy, the Plunderstrong, and this figure is super cool. Obviously, this is an unpainted prototype, so unfortunately, he does not have any paint work on it. This is pretty much going to be just the standard look for this this figure. They come in different varieties, different colors, different outfits, but all the different parts are, I think, for the most part, swappable. So you'll be able to swap heads and hats and hands and clothing and all that kind of stuff, which is really cool. So let's take a look at the sculpting on this figure. He's really good, and he looks a lot like the Plunderling. He's very cartoony, not like hyper realistic. It's just very buff though, so you get all these muscle details on there, which is great. I love this a lot. Now, if you've seen my Plunderling review, you may have seen how much I fell completely in love with that figure, and I've already fallen in love with this. My biggest thing with action figures is just the feel of the figure. At least these days, I find that once I get an action figure in hand and I can hold it, you really get a different reaction than just seeing the figure, and it just really makes me like a figure just a lot more when it feels good. This is a very hefty figure. He's got a really solid weight to him, and he stands really well. He's sturdy. The joints move very fluidly. They will stay. They're not too tight. They're not too loose. It doesn't feel like it will break, which is something I really like about the figures from this line. Anyway, let's take a look at all the articulation you're going to get on this guy. You do get a solid amount. From the head, he does look up a lot, which is crazy. He gets almost completely looks up. He doesn't really look down at all, but that's okay. His head does spin all the way around. There's not really much of a tilt on him, just because the way the neck is. So you're not really going to get too much of a tilt. It is on a ball joint, so you can you might be able to get a tilt with a different head, because you can swap these heads off. So you could take this, if you wanted to, and swap on a Plunderling head, and then maybe he gets a little bit more tilt that way. You could do that if you wanted to. Then for the arms, they have these really nice butterfly joints on there, so you can move the in and out. They do go all the way out to a 90-degree angle. They do rotate all the way around very, very nicely. He has the upper bicep cut. He has a single jointed elbow, which is really, really solid, especially for this big, beefy arm. A lot of times the big, beefy guys, you don't get too much articulation. Then at the wrist, he spins and he only goes forward and backwards. I imagine different kinds of hands may have different kind of motions. So these two hands will only move forward and back. Then one of the coolest things on him is this ab crunch. So this is definitely not a traditional ab crunch by any means. It's really just like a slider. So you can see how his chest actually just slides forward. And look at that. His chest slides completely forward and allows him to look down. So you can see here, it's just attached at the top. This is a bit more of a flexible plastic. It just moves. It really slides really, really smooth. And that is nuts how far you can get him down. He also goes back a little bit, but not nearly as much as he goes forward. He really goes forward a lot, which is really, really cool. Then at the legs, his legs go forward. They go back, straight back. He splits really, really nicely. He does have an upper thigh cut, which is completely hidden by his little pants. He has double jointed knees, which are really, really, really solid double jointed knees. Look at those. Fantastic. Then at the ankles, they go forward, they go backwards, and there's a very, very nice ankle pivot. So the Plunderstrong stands just a tidbit under 7 inches tall. And here you can see how much taller he is than our little Plunderling friend, which I love this figure so much. So they look fantastic together. I'm so excited to get these guys at hand, and just this is so cool. Here he is next to the G.I. Joe Classified Snake Eyes. Here he is next to the McFarlane Toys Geralt from The Witcher. Here he is next to an SH Figuarts Majin Vegeta. And here he is next to the Marvel Legends Gibbon. Alrighty, so I am super excited for these figures to be finally released. And I want to say again, a huge thanks to Eric from Adventures in Collecting and all the folks over at Plunderlings for making this possible, for allowing me to do this review preview for the Plunderstrong, which I'm very excited to get in hand. If you did not back the Kickstarter, you can find these figures. They're available for pre-order at Big Bad Toy Store. And I guess that's it. If you like this review, make sure you leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Please check out my Instagram. It is at Craig Stuff. Please check out Adventures in Collecting. They are at AIC Pod on Instagram. And you can check out Plunderlings also at Plunderlings. Make sure you check back every Friday at noon for brand new videos. I will see you guys next time. Later.